Tommy Robinson confronts Rishi Sunak with question that stuns viewers. In a moment that left social media buzzing and political commentators divided, activist Tommy Robinson recently confronted Prime Minister Rishi Sunak with a pointed question that has sparked widespread debate. The exchange, which unfolded in a crowded public setting, centered on a topic that many journalists have cautiously tiptoed around, and it struck a nerve not only with Sunak himself but also with viewers from across the political spectrum. Robinson, known for his controversial activism and outspoken style, approached Sunak as he interacted with members of the public during a community outreach event. With cameras rolling and phones raised, Robinson cut straight to the heart of a topic that has long generated tension in UK discourse: government transparency on sensitive criminal cases and perceived double standards in media coverage. Robinson began by acknowledging the role of the Prime Minister in ensuring public safety and unity. Then, without missing a beat, he asked, "Why are certain grooming gang cases given less attention when the offenders come from specific backgrounds, and why is that narrative avoided by both media and politicians?" The crowd around them went quiet. The question wasn't shouted. It wasn't laced with expletives. It was calm, but it cut deeply into a complex and often emotional national conversation. Sunak, visibly caught off guard, paused before replying. In a composed tone, he responded, "There is no room for bias in justice. Every criminal must be prosecuted fully, no matter who they are. And I stand by the work this government has done to make sure law enforcement is empowered and communities feel safe." While the Prime Minister's answer may have satisfied some, others felt it skirted the core of the question. Social media platforms lit up in the hours following the incident. Supporters of Robinson praised his courage for asking a question that they believe mainstream media often ignores. "Whatever you think of the man," one Twitter user posted, "he just asked what no journalist dares to." Others took a more critical tone. Some argued that the way the question was framed could perpetuate harmful stereotypes or reduce complex issues into simplistic narratives. A BBC political analyst later commented, "It's important that when public figures raise issues like grooming or justice, they do so in a way that is evidence-based and avoids broad generalizations. The justice system must serve everyone fairly and impartially." What makes this moment resonate beyond Robinson or Sunak is the deeper tension it highlights: the challenge of discussing uncomfortable truths in a democratic society. There is a long-standing concern among some sections of the British public that certain topics, especially those involving cultural sensitivities, are not addressed with full transparency by the media or politicians. At the same time, many journalists and officials emphasize the need to report responsibly, to avoid inflaming public tensions or promoting divisive views. Sunak's administration has repeatedly stated its commitment to protecting vulnerable communities, regardless of ethnicity, religion, or background. Policies aimed at improving police accountability, enhancing victim support systems, and funding youth outreach programs are part of that effort. However, critics argue that public trust remains fragile, particularly when citizens feel certain issues are minimized or politicized. In today's media landscape, figures like Tommy Robinson, for better or worse, occupy a space once reserved solely for reporters and commentators. They ask the questions some may be hesitant to raise in traditional settings. While this often leads to controversy, it also reflects a growing demand among the public for raw, unscripted moments of truth. That said, with influence comes responsibility. The rise of independent voices must be balanced with a commitment to facts, fair representation, and ethical reporting. Missteps in this arena can lead to polarization, misunderstanding, or worse. The confrontation between Tommy Robinson and Rishi Sunak may be brief in footage, but its echo will likely last for some time. At its core, it raises a pressing question: can public discourse address difficult issues honestly without descending into division? For now, the answer remains unsettled. But the moment served as a reminder that leadership is not just about policies and promises, it's also about facing uncomfortable truths head-on. What do you think? Was the question fair, or did it cross a line? Should leaders be more open about these sensitive topics, or are such moments more damaging than helpful? Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more balanced coverage of the UK's most talked about political moments.